What's going on, y'all? It's LJ, and it's time to tear in to Cauldron's new album, In Ruin. Now, it's been 4 years since Cauldron's last album, 2012's excellent Tomorrow's Lost. In Ruin was released January 8th, 2016, and it's their 4th album in 10 years. And so Alright, sorry. If you didn't know, Cauldron is a Canadian new wave of traditional heavy metal band, formed when lead singer and bass player Jason Decay's former band, Cauldron, broke up in 2005 after 3 albums. Cauldron expanded on Cauldron's direction, with Jason Decay taking the rough, raspy edge off his vocals and abandoning the slightly doom metal edge that Cauldron had going on. I love both bands, but push come to shove, I would choose Cauldron every day. And Jason's dedication to making it in the game is nothing short of astounding. Alright, back on track, now you know who Cauldron is. Joining Jason is original member and guitarist Ian Chains, and recently joined drummer Miles Deck. For those familiar with Cauldron's previous albums, In Ruin doesn't break any new ground, which is exactly what I'd hoped for. Start to finish, In Ruin is packed with killer tracks, and all of them are unmistakably stamped heavily with Decay's songwriting and phrasing. Jay just has a unique writing style, and nothing has changed with his album. His bass lines are front and center, but not in the typical
"I'm the bass player and this is my band"
Iron Maiden or White Wizard kind of way. Think of it more like Rush. It's a 3-piece band with equal involvement, and there's nowhere to hide. Jay's bass lines are integral, but not mixed so far up front that it becomes a pissing match. Now, Ian Chain's riffs are simplistic, but fantastic, and they form the backbone of every track. His solos are dead on, but still inventive, and never overly long or boring. So who's the new guy? Well, he's really not so new. He's been playing with Cauldron for a couple of years. It's new drummer Miles Deck. Now, Cauldron has worked with many great drummers. Alice in Thunderland from Skullfist and Action, and Chris Steve, who also played with Skullfist, Al Chambers from Demons, Goathorn, and a couple of dozen more. Maybe not quite that many. Now, Miles joined again a couple of years back, and he's seriously come into his own as a permanent, full-fledged fixture in Cauldron. His backing vocals are heard on almost every track, and they're fantastic. And his work on the kit? It's excellent. Miles is not a skin basher, and he's not flashy. It's just rock-solid heavy metal drumming. Every track on this album is distinctively Cauldron. From Jay Decay's fantastic vocals to the distinctive songwriting, there's just no mistaking it as Cauldron. It easily stands on par with the past few equally phenomenal albums and doesn't do anything to change their direction. Lead-off track, No Return, In Ruin, was released on YouTube maybe a month or 2 before the album came out, and it has some very cool flourishes. Instrumental, Delusive Serenade was a fantastic surprise, and it's an obvious nod to Ride the Lightning era Metallica. Now, Cauldron has always worn their influences proudly on their sleeves. And tracks like Empress and Come Not Here could easily have been pulled from the past couple of albums, Burning Fortune or Tomorrow's Lost. Now, let me be completely honest. This, ahead of any other album, was my most anticipated release of 2016, and it was absolutely worth the wait. It is so easy to make out that all 3 of them have their heads firmly in the game and are chasing the same common goal and sound. With excellent packaging, if I have any complaints, it's the vinyl itself. While it sounds fantastic, it took 2 copies to get one that didn't look like an angry ex-girlfriend had a conniption fit all over it after we broke up. Now, sadly, I've heard the same complaint from others, so whoever pressed this one has absolutely no clue what they're doing and needs to quit inhaling acetone while the records are coming off the press. Hey, quality control. Wake up. You're killing the band. I know the band recently had a bad accident while on tour in the US with Sweden's Enforcer, and guitarist Ian Chains was hurt pretty substantially, and the rest of the tour was canceled. I am beyond thankful it wasn't worse than it was, and assuming the band will catch this eventually, best wishes to all of y'all to get back on your feet in no time. Cauldron's overcome tragedy in the past, and I have no doubt they'll soldier on and only get stronger. Definitely worth picking up. In Ruin is an insanely good album that gets better with every spin, and it's definitely a worthy addition to the Cauldron collection. Grab it and enjoy, y'all. Later.